Welcome to day number 15 in this series, man. We're on week 3 now. Pretty happy about that. But yeah, I'm outside today and we're gonna do a long run today. I don't know necessarily the distance, but I know I'm gonna run for about 45-50 minutes, something like that. And yeah, we're gonna try and keep at a relatively steady pace, probably around 8 minutes or so per mile. So we'll hopefully get like 6-ish miles in, maybe 7. And yeah, that's the agenda for today. And then I have work, and then I'll probably go home. I might eat a little bit, but my mom is making a brisket tonight, so I'll probably just feast on that for whenever that's ready. And yeah, that's the agenda for today. It's just a long run and work, and then I'll probably do some school stuff afterwards. But yeah, that's the agenda today. We'll see how this long run goes. I slept pretty good last night. Yeah, I got almost 8 hours of sleep. It was like 7:59, so almost there. It was like the cat keeps waking me up and it's really annoying. So I hope I can get the earplug soon so I can actually get like better quality sleep. Cause like, I don't know, like I wake up and then it's just hard to get back to sleep after a little bit because your mind starts going, and I try and like just focus on my breath and whatnot, but sometimes that's difficult for me. But yeah, that's all we got. I'm gonna start running now, so let's get after it. Okay, I just finished up the run. Dude, I got 5.6 miles, I think, and my average pace was almost 9 minutes per mile. But I'm gonna be completely honest, it was a very hilly run, and those hills kicked my ass, dude. Oh my god. That was terrible. I probably should run hills more often just to get used to it. But yeah, there was times where I would like attack the hills, which I think is probably a good thing to do, where you like run up the hill, like, push harder up the hills. But it's just like nearing probably 2/3 of the way through the run, dude, like I was crawling up those hills, dude. It's terrible. But yeah, anyways, 50-minute run complete. Got some mileage in. I'll probably do a little bit of a lighter run with my dog later. Like a run/walk, and then yeah, we'll get after it. But for now, I have to go to work and watch old people swim, most likely. So yeah, we're gonna have fun with that. And then yeah, well, I'll catch you after that. All right, what's up, gang? So here we are a couple hours later, and we're on a walk with El Doggo today. Yeah, we've been doing this walk run thing. So we'll walk for a little bit, and then we'll jog. We'll sprint up the hills. But yeah, Mongo, he seems to be having some fun. He got all of his bathroom duties out of the way, so he's cooking now. Yeah, both a little bit fatigued. I feel a lot more recovered now. After that 5-mile run this morning, I felt really like whenever I was at work, my body was like tensing up and whatnot. But I think now that I've given it a decent amount of hours and put some food in my stomach. If you didn't see, I ate 8 eggs already, which is pretty good. So with some food and a little bit of rest time, we're back at it again. So I'm thinking, I'm wondering if I can change my training up at all to include 2-a-days more often. I think that's probably how I progress faster, honestly, because I don't feel fatigued, that much from yesterday. My knees were actually low-key a little bit cooked. What the heck is that? It's like some weird... Oh, it's like a wasp nest. Here, I'll show you. It's like there's a wasp nest just chilling, it's broken down. It's like a wasp nest just chilling on the freaking... No, don't eat it, Mongo. Don't... Mongo. Jeez. He went up to it very interested. But yeah, my knees are a little bit. What do you got down, Margo? My knees are a little bit cooked from those front squats yesterday, just because like it is such an extreme range of motion, and that was the heaviest I've ever loaded it. Actually, I think I actually ended up switching to a back squat so I could load more, just because like I can get down and I can get back up. It's just like getting the form down is like kind of tough. But yeah. Oh jeez. This dog, bro. He's like just chilling sniffing now, bro. But yeah, don't really feel too much fatigue besides my knees are a little bit cooked, but I mean that's kind of expected, you know. I think I need to push myself more in those kind of weight training workouts. But you know, I was questioning this yesterday. It was like maybe I don't even need to do that much weight training, because like I'm doing the 800-meter run, so if anything I should be running more. And I think that like the highest leverage exercise for me is probably going to be like intense running. It's not going to be, you know, like squats or Nordic hamstrings, as good as those are to, you know, strengthen my legs and whatnot. It's going to be more like getting more running in is going to be what makes me better. So yeah, that's just kind of my thoughts on that. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to finish up this walk with Mongo, and I'll talk to you after dinner, I suppose, and we'll wrap up the day. Because, I mean, that's all I got. It's just the morning run, work, food, and then this. And I'll talk to you later. All right. So here we are at the end of the day. After that walk, I came home and I chilled out for a little bit, watched a video, just kind of waited for dinner to get done. And then we had brisket tonight, which was freaking amazing. I had probably like a pound and a half of brisket or something like that. Something absurd, but it was just so good, dude. Like, I think as long as the brisket is like cooked okay, I don't think you can go wrong. Like, for me personally, I think it's better than ribeye, honestly. At like in certain areas, it's just better, you know, because like ribeye, super expensive. You know, sure, it's like a classic steak, okay? It's nice and tender, it's nice and good and whatnot. But there's just something about a brisket, man, with like the smoke flavor, the essence in it. Maybe I haven't had a ribeye that's been like I haven't had a ribeye that's been smoked and whatnot. So maybe if it was like smoked and it had the same kind of like crust, I'd probably appreciate it more. But until I experience that, I'm thinking brisket's on top, as long as it's cooked like to a good degree. You know, like I've made briskets myself to where they're either too chewy or they're too dry. And I've only gotten it right like once. And I've made brisket like 4 or 5 times. So still finding that balance myself. But I think a decent brisket, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. I think a decent brisket just is better than a ribeye, right? As it stands now. I could be proven wrong. And heck, I would I would be okay with someone proving me wrong. Yeah, give me a ribeye, bro. Like, I'll eat it. But as it stands now, I think brisket's the better option. Even though it does take longer, like the cons are that it takes longer to cook and it's pretty easy to mess it up. But it's like way less expensive. You can try it more often. And honestly, like as long as you're okay at maintaining like the heat and whatnot, it probably won't turn out too poorly. I'll be completely honest. Right? That being said, ribeye or just any steak in general, probably gonna like the benefits start to stack up in that favor, just because of how easy they are to prepare. So yeah. Anyways, that's just a little bit of a rant. But yeah, I was just watching a video from Nick Bare, just on him, like, I think it was one of his more recent video. It was like him running with one of his newer like BPN athletes or whatever. But I don't know. It's just like, and then he was also celebrating a sale that he had for Black Friday, and I was listening earlier today and earlier this week to his podcast on like building his brand up, and it's taken him like 10 years of uploading on YouTube to get to where he is now. And I think for me personally, I think if I didn't see that kind of growth and I just looked at it for what it was, I'd be like, there's like leaps and bounds between where I am and where this guy is, right? Because he's like the successful dude and he has like, like, like he has like the coolest thing ever, bro. It's like a supplement brand. He's jacked. He can run a lot. Like it's cool. But the thing is I can see the work that he's put in from point A to point B though. It's like I can see it took him 10 years to get to where he is from just starting, right? And I think it's discouraging sometimes whenever we look at people who are super successful and we think, "Oh no, like we couldn't possibly get to to point A from point B, right?" Or sorry, we couldn't get to point B from point A, right? Just because like point B just seems so foreign and it seems so different and like professional and cool and whatnot. And then you look at what you do and you feel kind of depressed. You're like, damn, this shit's like I'm ass, bro. but but looking at that kind of journey, like I looked at it as like, oh, this video, dude, and it's like, dude, I'm making either the same quality or like better videos than that. So I think I think I'm okay. I'm just starting out, so it's not terrible. I don't know. It's just kind of like hopeful in a way. It just gives me hope that I'm on the right path, that I'm pursuing the right things because like I can see myself get better, whether that's in training or my speaking skills to the camera and those sort of abilities. It's just kind of reinforcing to see someone who's gone through that journey and like they'll tell you about it, but you can also see the progress that they've made and that it's okay to be where you're at because it's how you're starting. So yeah. But yeah, I'm hoping I can look back at these videos and be like, yeah, that's the start, right? That's the beginning. I'm hoping I can. I just hope I don't quit. Like I think that's the biggest thing is just keep going, right? Keep pushing myself to keep recording, keep documenting, keep working out, that kind of thing. But yeah, besides that, at work today, I was kind of thinking a little bit more existential stuff again. So, not as existential as like we're on a rock in the middle of the space, but it was this kind of feeling of like, am I alone? Do I feel lonely? And I don't think I do. I'll be completely honest, because like even though, because like I am aware that I don't speak to a ton of people very often, right? Like the majority of my communication for the past few months to like other people came through the form of like Snapchat and that sort of like social media realm. But ever since, I don't know, it's been like 4 weeks or so, I've deleted Snapchat and I've not re-downloaded it, right? Because I've just decided like I'm going to like I respect myself more for not having that on my phone and wasting my time, looking at people's stories or like snapping people for some dumb reason, like sharing a picture of me, guys. Haha. Yeah, like to like and they're just going to open it and then send one back. Like there's no substance to that. And so I just like I feel like I respect myself more for not having any form of like social media on my phone. Like I'll still check Instagram every once in a while, but it'll be on like the computer and whatnot. It won't be, me on my phone scrolling on reels because like I'm just sick and tired of scrolling on bullshit, and but anyways, going back to the point that I was talking about, it was excuse me, brisket burps. That was really good. But going back to the point I was talking about is just like, do I feel alone? And the answer to that is no. Because even though, like I said, I don't talk to very many people, right? On occasion, like once a week, I'll see my school friends, right? Because we go to this dual enrollment thing for for the high school to like check up, and I don't have any other classes with these guys that I'm friends with, right? So I don't really talk to them outside of that. So like the human interaction that I'm getting right now is with like coworkers and my family. That's about it. And some people, I would think, like even myself at some points, I think I could feel like, oh no, I feel alone. But it's just like what I'm doing right now with my life. Hold up, there we go. That's a little bit better. But what I'm doing with my life right now, to where I'm working out, I have a goal, I'm directed towards something. I just feel like that box for like companionship or like friendship is like checked, you know. And as nice as it would be to have like best friend and a close buddy to speak to, it's like I don't really have that. I'll be completely honest. Like I don't have someone to talk to about all the like niche problems. And I don't know if I should. I probably should at some point, but you know, I think just having this direction in my life though of like I'm going to get to the 800-meter state final. I believe that I genuinely can, and I'm putting in the work to get there. It's like I don't need much else. I just need reinforcement from the actions that I'm doing. Right? Like just doing the action itself is the reinforcement, if that makes sense. Like waking up on time, going for the run, eating the clean food, eating as much as I say I'm going to, right? Like those are the lead indicators that I draw reward from, and that I draw like satisfaction, that I'm trying to draw satisfaction from, because I'm not perfect with that, but those are the things that I'm trying to draw satisfaction from. And it's like I don't really need much else in terms of like like human companionship, because I have this this purpose, this mission that I just want to go out and achieve, and then I'm documenting, right? Like I'm just kind of like yapping to the camera anyway. Like the camera is my best friend, bro. That sort of thing. And so I just feel like at this point in my life, it would just be a distraction to, you know, go hang out with friends, do any sort of like try try and get girls, bro. Like I'm already not good with girls, but it's like I'm on this mission, right? So if like someone wants to like join me or whatever, like fine. But I don't care to go out of my way to try and like get a girlfriend or whatever, or try and make like super good friends. Like yeah, like I can still like communicate with people, right? And still like connect with them. But my point is like I'm not going to go out of my way to make that the intention right now. It's like I feel like it's more important to just do me, right? If that makes sense, and get to that freaking 800-meter goal, cuz like that I can train more for it. I can work harder for it. I can think about it more, and that will get me closer to the goal than kind of thinking like, "Oh, am I alone?" or whatnot. And so yeah, that's kind of my synopsis analysis thing of just like that question that I proposed to myself. So yeah. And I think, actually I don't think, I'm out of thoughts. I'm out of thoughts on that. Yeah. It's this weird question that I get posed every once in a while from my own brain. Like literally last night, dude, I had a dream where I was like where I would like get a girlfriend or whatever, right? And it was like, "Oh, this is so great." And I woke up and I was like, "Dang, that sucks, but I have to keep moving forward." I don't know. This might sound like really crazy, to be honest. This might sound like really weird. Like a social outcast. I don't know, man. It's like I'm just locked in. I'm just dialed in, bro. Monk mode, locked in. And I'm not like a complete autist, dude. I'll still speak to people. It's just not the priority. I have my priority, and it's get better at the 800-meter dash. So yeah. Yeah. Today overall was a pretty good day. I'm gonna be honest, like today was awesome. Like I did what I said I was going to do. I ran for 50 minutes. I like those hills kicked my ass, bro. So bad to run those hills. And yet I still did them. And I feel great because I did that. And that was before 10 o'clock in the morning, dude. And there's just something about those morning runs that after you're done with them, you're like, dude, I've done something before the day has even started, right? It's like you're on top of things. And I just want to keep that momentum going, you know? And then I had work. That was whatever, that's whenever I had these like intrusive thoughts and whatnot, thinking about existential things. I think it's just like just sitting there, having your brain kind of like spout out things to you instead of actually doing stuff. That's like the worst environment for your brain. It's just whenever you're stagnant and you're staying still. Because at least whenever you're running, the thoughts are like, oh, you should stop, you should stop, you should stop, right? Oh, this is uncomfortable. Maybe I should just turn around, right? I don't really have those thoughts personally. I just have like, oh, this hurts. This sucks. But I think that whenever you're doing something, you can still use that discipline and be like, I don't care. I'm going to keep running. But whenever you're just sitting there and the thoughts come in like, are you alone? Do you feel lonely? Like those kind of things. It's just like a different battle to me, honestly. And I don't know. It just seems easier to deal with those things whenever you're in action and you're moving around and you're doing stuff. So yeah, and you're like you're driving closer towards a specific goal that you have, that kind of thing. It's like easier to persevere through that. Yeah. But after work, I came home, did some chores. I think I already said that. That was pretty good. I feel somewhat less useful, less useless, I guess, because I actually, helped around, cleaned my bathroom. It's like actually clean now. That's kind of embarrassing to admit, bro. Like my bathroom was dirty as hell, and I just cleaned it today. So yeah, I need to like get on top of that and just keep it clean, like either like bi-weekly or like weekly. So yeah, that's kind of like accountability for future Keegan. If you're watching this, like, bro, clean your fucking bathroom. Or if you have the means, have someone else clean your bathroom for you and compensate them for it. That's funny, dude. Clean your fucking bathroom, bro. That's like, it's kind of what Jordan Peterson talks about sometimes, at least what I understand from what he teaches. Because I haven't read his book, and I do want to read his book, like 12 Rules for Life. I think that'd be a good book to read. But he talks about, in like the podcast that I've listened to, he talks about like your mind is kind of like a reflection of your environment. And that kind of makes sense. Like if you have like a toxic, like harassment, angry environment, you wake up tired because your sleep is awful, your room is dirty. It's like you don't have that much self-respect for yourself. And I felt that in myself, right? It's like whenever my room is like more broken down and more dirty, maybe there's clothes not put away, or there's like, I don't know, some like weird like nail trimmings on the ground, or like even like my nail, like if my nails are super dirty, or like picks, because a problem that I've been trying to fix these past few months is like I pick at my nails, whether it's out of like subconscious habit, or if I have some sort of like extra energy or anxiety, it's just like straight to like ripping off the nails, dude. And that's been something I've been fixing. And I think I've been doing a pretty good job of it, honestly. But it's like whenever these things are out of order in my life, then I just feel worse. I do worse. Like just the happiness, the texture of my brain is not as good. And so I'm trying to keep that as clean as possible and just maintain it, because that's what allows me to go out and do the other things that I say I'm going to do, like run 5 or 6 miles in a day, or lift this amount of weight for X amount of reps and push through that like lactic acid build up in like the burning sensations and whatnot. It's like the foundation for stuff. And so I'm trying to like not fuck it up, if that makes sense. Yeah. Dude, I've been yapping for a while because but yeah, that's the end of the day chat as far as I'm aware. But yeah, I'm gonna try and read a little bit more tonight. I'm gonna try and downregulate, and hopefully that freaking cat lets me sleep tonight, dude. Oh my god, last night it was awful, dude. He woke me up at like midnight, and I was just like, okay, he'll go away, and it took him like 3 to 5 minutes of just like scratching at my door, and then he went away. And I was like, okay, we're good. But I think my brain was just kind of like waiting for it for the next time that it happened, because it did happen again probably like 3 or 4 hours later. I don't actually know the times, but like it was so like I woke up again, I was like, dude, there's no way this cat is doing this again. But he was. So yeah, I need to get freaking earplugs, bro. Oh my god. Like I think that'll be such a lifesaver for me, dude. It's just freaking earplugs so I can sleep at night. Unless we throw the freaking cat outside and just like let him do what he will out there, because he like, I mean, he likes going outside. Like he'll go out there and he'll like look around the trees and whatnot and like scamper around, and he also like begs to go outside. He like meows loudly, and then he paws at the garage door to go outside. So it's like, I think we should just let him go outside. So I can sleep. But anyways, I'm going to downregulate tonight. Read this book some more. I'm really liking this book, actually. I'm like a couple chapters in already. It's a really interesting read. And so I'm going to keep reading it. Going to keep digesting information, learning, improving. And tomorrow, I'm going to wake up on time. I'm going to jump in that cold ice plunge, even though it won't be like icy. I think it'll still be cold. I'll hop in there and I'll do a morning run before I go to school. I think that's the play. Even if it's like just 2 miles or whatever, I'm going to try and do it like a higher intensity pace. So probably like in the 6-minute range or so, if I can, if I'm in shape enough. And just do that. I'll do that on like Monday and Wednesdays, just to get like a little something going before school, and to get cooking. So yeah. With that being said, if you like this video, you should go subscribe, and you should go watch all the videos leading up to this series. And yeah, that's what you should do, and you should share this with your friends and family so they can watch me as well. I'll see you tomorrow, bro. Be better and have a W day. See you tomorrow.